Good morning traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to today's report on the start of a new trading week. We'll just start quickly with the key influence that's happening at the moment continues to be coronavirus. The death toll continued to rise over the weekend. It's above 300 now, with the first death of a Chinese national in the Philippines. We've also seen an increase in the cases of infection in China and outside of China. This has led to bans and restrictions on Chinese nationals travelling to Australia and the US, and some restrictions in the UK, and flights are also being cancelled now. So this really this has hit the markets pretty hard. We saw US markets on Friday, Saturday come off. We're just looking at the US 30 now. So the Dow lost 2%. The ASX is down it is down 1.13% this morning, and we've seen the Australian dollar has been really heavily affected by this. Now it's slightly higher this morning, but we can see that we've moved all the way back down into that that 66 cent point. We're still just below 67 cents at the moment, and we're going to, and this is the same over on oil at the moment. So oil's also been heavily affected, so we've seen that move down. So oil tested 51.03 on Friday night, and that's sort of back to that support low that was has been basically holding price for quite a long time. So that level of support there's been standing since 2019, mid-2019, and we've seen a retest. So it's sort of last line for oil. If we do see a break below that, it's not probable, but there's a chance we could see the trend continue back down below $50. But for now, we're just going to have to wait and see how this support point holds. So another big one to look at today is going to be Chinese shares. Chinese equity markets have been closed for the Lunar New Year. They're going to come back into trading today from around 11 o'clock, around midday 11 o'clock. So there's been some news about this already. So there's going to be a limit on short selling to try and protect the index, but I don't know how much help that's going to be. If we just take a look at the Hong Kong 50, which has been open during this whole thing, you can see the selling that's been going on the Hong Kong exchange. And if we have a look at the weekly, you can see really how strong that selling has been. We're talking about a move of down just over the 10% point now. So it will be interesting to see how Chinese shares react when they come online today after that that break over the new year. So another interesting one today is the VIX is flying today. It's which you'd expect. It's up 21.63% this morning. So that's a very strong indicator of uncertainty in the markets. Now, just moving on to, we've got key Chinese data coming out today. The Caixin manufacturing PMI is coming out 12:45, and early tomorrow morning we have the US ISM manufacturing PMI at 2 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So some of the keys to keep an eye on today, traders, is just the Aussie dollar. We're sitting right at levels. This is the weekly Aussie. We're sitting right at levels of final support, which levels that haven't really been broken since going back to mid 2019, and that's the same for oil. Another one to watch will be the Chinese stocks as they come back online, and also the Nikkei when it comes back online. But mainly so far this morning, yen wise, we've seen some slight gains after some very heavy selling on Friday. And the euro has been holding up a lot better than the Aussie during this. Now we're just going to finish on a bit of a positive. The pound had a fantastic end to the week, and we know that the UK has finally left the EU last Friday, so they spent their first weekend out of the European Union. Not much is going to change for until December. They're still in terms of, basically still part of the EU but not part of the EU, but the big changes and the trade deal will come 11 months from now. So we'll just have a look at the dollar, the pound CAD. The pound CAD had a fantastic end to the week. We smashed above those resistance points and added over 1%. And the pound to the yen was a little bit more somber, but the pound to the dollar had a very strong night, clearing this point here, but still tracking just below that high there. But definitely a good sign there as eyes have broken that trend now. So starting to see a bit of a triangle breakout on the pound dollar, and we have had a lower open due to some of the flight safety over the weekend. But we'll just see how that eventuates. If it's going to be a true breakout, we want to see a bit of a pullback and then a new high made. If we fail to make that new high, we'll just see if it slips back into the button range. So keep a look at that news tonight, and if you're of interest, keep an eye on the Chinese equities when they come online today. So have a fantastic trading day. Until tomorrow, bye for now.